Hello and welcome to my tutorial about how to program your first Blackberry app. In this tutorial I'm going to show you where you can get everything you need for getting started with the development of Java applications for Blackberry smartphones. Then I will show you how to create a new Blackberry project and how to write a Hello World app. When you have finished writing our first app, I will show you how to run it on a Blackberry simulator and on a real device. So let's start. First you need a Blackberry plugin for Eclipse. This can be downloaded from this website. I'm going to post this link in my comments. This plugin includes a development environment which allows you to program Blackberry applications. This development environment contains one or multiple SDKs. For those who are not familiar with those abbreviations, SDK means Software Development Kit. Each OS version needs a different SDK, but they are upwards compatible, which means that if you write an app for Blackberry OS 5, it runs also on OS 6 and 7, but not on BB10, because BB10 is based on QNX, which means that it's completely different from the older versions of the Blackberry operating systems. You can add additional SDKs by going into Eclipse. Click on Help, install new software, then you select Blackberry Java plugin update site, and then here you can select different SDKs. I'm not going to do that because I have already installed these SDKs, so it's unnecessary for me. But let's go back to the development environment. It also contains multiple Blackberry simulators, which allows you to test your app in a virtual Blackberry device. I'm going to show you that later. The second thing I recommend you to download is a graphical user interface for Java Loader. Java Loader is a program which allows you to load your application on your device, but it has no graphical user interface. And if you are not familiar with the command line, it is very difficult to use the Java Loader. But the program here is called JLGUI, which stands for Java Loader with a graphical user interface, makes the use of the Java Loader very simple. I'm going to show you that later. So let's start Eclipse with the Blackberry Java plugin. First it asks you to select a workspace. If you haven't yet selected one, you can click Browse and then you can select one. I've already selected one, so I'm not going to do that a second time. Now here we have Eclipse. We can create a new Blackberry project by clicking on File, New, Blackberry project. We can fill in a project name. I'm going to call it first project. Then I can select a Blackberry GRE. I select 5 because, as I already said, they are upwards compatible. I click Finish. On this project side, we can add some information. For example, we can add a title. I'll call it First Project. And the version number, so this is our first version, so I'm not going to change it anything. Then a vendor name, here you could insert your own name, and then you can give a short description to your app. And you can also add an icon to your app. Now let's open up the two Java files. One file is called My App. It contains the UI application class. And the other file contains a screen class. That's why it's called My Screen. And the My Screen extends main screen. As you see here, here's already some code because this is a template. But this code does nothing special. the my app class just executes the main method, which makes a new instance of the my app class, which is this one here. And this class has this constructor, which pushes a new screen. Is the command push screen, and the new screen is a my screen, which we have over here. And this my screen just sets the title to this screen. Now here we can change this title. Let's call it first project. And now we can do something else. We can, for example, add a text field. We do this by typing add and create a new rich text field. So type new rich text field. And now we have to add an import. Now here we can add our text. Let's write here hello world. Now so far this app is ready to be executed. So let's run it with this button here. Now it asks us whether we'd like to run this file as a normal Java application, or if we'd like to run it within this Blackberry simulator. We choose Blackberry simulator, then we press OK. Now here we have the Blackberry simulator ready to use. This simulator here is a simulator of the Blackberry 9550. It runs the OS version 5 because we have created this app as a Blackberry 5 app. Now press the menu button, go into downloads, and here you see our app. It's called first project. Let's open it, and here we see we have our title over here, and we have our text here. To close this application, we can just press the return button, or we can press the Blackberry button and then press close. So the last thing we're going to do is to load our application on our device. For this, open up the Java loader. Then the second thing we need is our file. So go to your workspace, open up the project folder, go to deliverables, standard, this folder here, and then first project.code. That's the file we need. Drag it, put it over here, and press install. Then you have to type in your password, and then just press enter, and it's done. So now here we have a Blackberry Torch 9800. The operating system is Blackberry OS 6. Now we can go to downloads, and here we have our application. You can click on it, and we see it's exactly the same as we saw on the simulator. So this is the proof that it really works also on a Blackberry OS 6 device. So now I'm at the end of my tutorial. Thanks for your attention, and I hope you've learned something.